Hello grade 8 and welcome. This is Mr. Rahman and I will be here with you today. Alright, today inshallah we're gonna have the second lesson of Unit 8. We're gonna speak about something so interesting. Alright, first guys, I want you to look at these three pictures, and as you can see here we have different amount of apples, right? So if you want to describe them, if you want to describe the amount, today inshallah we're gonna learn some words, okay? We can use them in order to describe the amount of something, all right? And we call them the quantifiers. All right, let's see here some of these words. But before we go to the quantifiers, first I want to remind you guys that we have two types of nouns. We have countable and we have uncountable. All right, the first type is countable nouns. The countable nouns, it means you can count them like 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can count them, all right? For example, an apple, 2 apples, and so on. The next one is uncountable nouns, and it means you cannot count it. Like for example, the sugar, you cannot count it, all right? The water, you cannot count it. So these are the two types of nouns. Now that we have known them, let's now get back to the quantifier. A quantifier is a word that you can use in order to express the quantity of something. If you want to speak about the amount of something, you can use a quantifier. What are examples of quantifiers? All right, today inshallah we have 4 important quantifiers that we can use to describe the amount of something. All right. First type, or the first one, is any, and we have also some. These are 2 quantifiers that we are going to start with. All right, any and some. You can use any and some to describe countable nouns and also uncountable nouns. Like you can use them for both, no problem. All right, so you can say some water, I cannot count it. And also I can say some apples, I can count it. So I used some for both. All right. Let's start with some. How can or when can you use some to describe the amount of something? All right. Look at this sentence. I have some oranges. So as you can see here, oranges. Can I count them? Of course, yes, I can count them. So I used some with countable nouns. Okay, next one. We want some milk. All right, milk. Can you count the milk? No. So as you can see here, I used some with countable nouns and also uncountable nouns. What else can I use some with, or how can I use some? All right, look at this question here. Would you like some coffee? Like if you are offering something, would you like some coffee? Would you like some water? So I am offering something. So if you offer something to someone, you can also use some. Great. Another question. Can I have some coffee? Is this an offer? Can I have some coffee? Actually, no. This one is a request. What do we mean by request? It means like you need something. So you can use some for these types of things. The first one, you can use it for countable nouns. You can use it for uncountable nouns. You can use it for offering something. And the last thing, you can use it for request, something that you want. Great. What about any? You can use any with 2 things. All right, first one, look at this example. He hasn't got any cheese. Second example, he hasn't got any friends in Chicago. The first one, he hasn't got any cheese, you cannot count the cheese. He hasn't got any friends, you can count the friends. All right, so as you can see here, I used it with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. But did you notice something? We have here hasn't. Hasn't is a negative. Yeah, negative form. So we use any with the negative sentences. Remember, this is the difference between some and any, that you can use any with negative sentences. What else can you use any with? Okay, if you are asking about something, if you are wondering about something, look at these two questions. Have you got any cheese? Have you got any friends? Is this an offer? No. Is this a request? Also no. So this is like something I am asking about, like I want some information about something. So you can use any if you are just asking general questions. Okay, great. Okay, moving to the third quantifier, which is a few. A few here, you can use it with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Actually, you can use it with countable nouns, okay? And they have to be plural, like many, okay? It means a small amount of something. This is what we mean by a few. Look at the example. He has a few good friends, so he is happy. There are a few books on the shelf, all right? So a few books, a few friends, they mean a small amount, okay? So use a few if you are talking about something that you can count, and it's also plural at the same time. The last one that we have of the quantifiers, we have a little. Okay, a little, you can use it with what? It is used for something that you cannot count, all right? It's not like a few. Look at the example. There is a little milk in the refrigerator. Or, would you like a little water? Okay, as you can see here, milk, water. I cannot count them. So I used little. Don't say, there is a few milk. No, because you cannot count the milk. Very nice. Okay, let's have some practice to remember the rules. Look at the first sentence. I don't like to have space, salt in my food because it's not very healthy. Look at the choices. We have here some and any, many and several. So salt, can you count it? Actually, no. So we said that you can use any and some for something that you cannot count. So which one will I choose here? Yeah, look at the beginning of the sentence. We have here, I don't. Yeah, negative. So do you remember that what we said about the negative form? Excellent. Yeah, we use any if you are speaking about something negative. So I don't like to have any salt. Nice. Excellent, my friends. Moving to the next one. There are grapes left. Would you like some? We have here a little, a few, much, and a lot. If you wanna use a lot, you have to use a lot of, okay? So you're gonna use one of the quantifiers that we have mentioned, a little and a few. Okay, what about grapes? Can you count the grapes? Like 1, 2, 3? Excellent. Yeah, you can count them. So we said you can use a few or a little if you want to use it with something that you can count. Excellent. Yeah. So we use a few for something that you can count, and it means a small amount of. Very good, my friends. Okay, next one. She's allergic to nuts, so she doesn't eat. Few, any, some, a lot of, right? Look at the form. Is it negative or positive? Doesn't. Yeah, excellent. Negative. And we said that you can use some or any or a few for the negative form. Very good. So we use any for the form of negative. Last one. Ali has only space flowers. He can give you one. All right. He has only space flowers. Flowers. Can you count the flowers? Of course, you can. So we will not use any. Why? Because we said that any for negative sentences, right? Is this sentence negative? As you can see here, we don't have negative. We have Ali has, not hasn't. So it's positive. All right. So here you're gonna choose between a few and a little. And we said a little, it is used for something that you cannot count. So this means, yeah, very good. You're gonna use a few for something that you can count. So guys, please remember all the quantifiers that we have mentioned, and I want you to use them more often. So this was all we have today. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.